Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. I hope you guys are doing okay wherever it is that you are. I've gotten a lot of good responses from the video that I did on practical food storage ideas. And it's something that we have done over time, and as time progressed, we have expanded what we do and how we do everything. And I just want to go over some of the stuff with you. I gotten a lot of comments from people saying, we have a very small pantry. What can we do to store what we need, but not let it take over everything? And we have a closet and a pantry. And those are some really good questions. Before we bought this property, and you can see in the background, it's got a full basement, and I have grocery store shelves going down about half of one wall. And I had that same problem because we were living in a smaller double wide home, and I didn't have a basement. One of the things that I did to remedy that was I had bought an outside building, and again, this may not be for everyone. This is what I do. This is not what you have to do. I had purchased a storage building, and I made it into a tiny house, and I put all the nice pretty stuff in it, and then I stuck a bunch of shelves, and I thought, well, I've got a tiny house, which was a tiny house studio, work office and everything. And then I ended up converting it mainly to shelves, and we did a lot of our storage out there and insulated, did climate control with it. And that took care of that for us. But what if you're on a budget? What if you're in an apartment or a townhouse or a condominium, something like that? What can you do? Good questions, really good questions. Because I have been there and done it that way myself over time. Let's look at shelving. Now in the background, these are grocery store shelves, you can see, and they are completely, utterly modular. I can take them all apart, and all of these will close up flat and fit into the back of one truck without a truck box in it. So it will fit and store fairly well. Might not be what you want. It is a little industrial looking, but for me down here, that's okay. You can adjust the heights of these shelves. I'll spin you around in just a second to show you. That is one of the things that you can use. Silver and black wire racks that you can get from Lowe's, Home Depot, Sam's occasionally has them. You put them together and slide them on. I'll show you some of those as well. And as well as some containers. Then we're going to have to get a little creative, but that's okay. Hang on, more coming. Okay guys, now we're back, and you can see in front of you, this is a 4-foot shelf, and we keep a lot of our dry goods on it. Some we keep in vacuum sealed jars, some we keep in original packing, some we keep in vacuum containers that we purchased separately. Hang on, I'll spin you down. There you go. And you can see those at the top. Those are for pastas. And they have a vacuum seal plug on the top of it. Those are available from Walmart. I'm not selling anything to you. So these are just things that I have done. I'm not here to sell you anything. This is just stuff that I have used. Now, I'm going to spin you or tilt you, and again, you can see the food grade juice bottles and containers and everything that, you know, Kool-Aid and High C and all that stuff come in, Hawaiian Punch, all those different things. And that is what we also use. And those are fine if you have the space to store this. This takes up a lot of space. But I'm going to slide us over here a little bit more, and that way you can see these shelving units. These are usually in 3-foot, 4-foot lengths, and all of the shelving is adjustable. This is where we keep a lot of our root vegetables and vegetables. Some of that we grow, some that we purchase in bulk. Think 10, 20, 50 pound bags. And these work really well for us. I also use this as an area for my fermentation. We do a lot of fermentation as well, and you can see we have garlic fermenting in honey, and you can see we have dandelion florets, the flower heads that are fermenting, and so just a lot of different things that we do. The nice thing about the fermenting is it's really good gut health. I do cabbage into kraut, and for that I use the 5-gallon Igloo water coolers, and they work really well. We'll do videos on those as well. Now these are the silver racks that I use, and again, it depends if you have the space. This is mostly for spices, herbs that I've collected from outside, just different things like, for example, I've got some that are in jars, but this is old man's beard. Really good antibiotic, very powerful antibiotic. If you don't know how to use this, it'd be better to not use it because it's really, really strong. Some of the other things that we use, this is pantry sap. This is a really good antibiotic and antimicrobial topical. And I am not a doctor, and specifically I am not your doctor, so take all of this in consideration and use your own research. Okra leaves. This is one of the secrets of Louisiana of Creole cooking. If people don't like okra, you can actually put ground up okra leaves, and that gives you a nice thickening agent. It has mucilagenic properties just like the, well, we've got company.
I'll be right back.
Dogs and dogs, and those are my killing machines right there. So it has really nice mucilagenic properties and thickens up, think soups and stews and everything. And again, it's all on these silver racks. Now, what do you do if you don't have enough storage space? Okay, guys, sorry about that. Wife's going to the store, and I'm babysitting the killing machines. You really need to get creative. You can, if you have a nice pantry in a home, an honest to goodness designated pantry area, you can really do a lot with it. Like Bed Bath & Beyond, they have a lot of creative ways. You can go on online, you can look at all kinds of different things and creative ways to store what you need to pull from. You can have like a deep pantry, and that allows you to have longer term storage and bulk items, and you can cycle that into a regular pantry. That's the things that you might want to consider as well. Do you have an area upstairs in your kitchen where you have your spices and condiments, all that stuff? It's all in how you want to store it, and it can get pricey if you're going to do the really, really upscale stuff, but it's beautiful. And if you do it nicely and you do it the right way, it can actually increase the value, because you can do almost a quasi gourmet kitchen, and that really helps to increase the value of the home. A lot of people don't know that, but that's something you can think about. You can use the plastic 3-shelf storage totes from Walmart. You can use cabinets. You can use dressers. That's a lot of ways people use. If you have a very small amount of space, a 3-shelf chest of drawers or a 4-shelf chest of drawers is a good way to do it. Make sure you have a sturdy bottom in it. If you're going to be putting canned goods in there, and you can open it up, pull it out, everything is right there. You can use your dry goods, which is your pastas, your rices, spices and stuff like that. That's one way. And then you can get even more creative. And I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to give you some ideas as to how we used to do it, and some ways we still do it. More come. Okay guys, now we're back and I'll show you our kitchen. We do not have a lot of storage space up here. It's one reason, that's Berkey. That's one reason we do a lot of our bulk storage downstairs. This is about all we have for cabinet space up here, and the rest of these are dishes and everything. Now our spices, we actually made a nook, and this looks like a deep closet, but there's not enough room to make a deep closet. So this is what we have used just for our spices. You got to get creative. This was a recess, had the space to do about 7 or 8 inches, and this is how we got creative doing all of our spices. So you really have to plan and think. Now I am going to show you some of the things that people do that I have done in the past to hide or secure longer term storage stuff. Again, you have to really get creative. Set aside a closet and you can store whatever you need, you know, your bulk stuff, spices, beans, rice, longer term stuff. But I want to show you a couple of things. And this is our downstairs den, and yep, that's Luna and that's Saul. But here's a sofa. The sofa is just sitting here hanging out, nothing going on. But if you look behind it, you can see that we have stored away longer term food storage. That is freeze-dried food, and you can go 7 or 8 deep, and that is a really good way to do it. These things right here are also really good ways to store. It's an end table. And now we're going to head into the bedroom and I'll show you another little tip. Okay guys, we're in our bedroom, master suite, whatever you would like to call it. It's a king size bed. It's got one of those Casper mattresses on it, and so you don't need a box spring. My wife wanted one of these, and I said, let's do that under the condition that I build the bed frame. And we built that headboard as well. And this is what we did, and I built this specifically to store 5-gallon buckets under it. I don't need more. I just stuck that under there so you get kind of an idea as to ways you can store a lot of food right in plain sight. So if you're doing long-term or bulk storage, you can do this and it will really increase your food storage. You can do beans and rice, flours, all that. Pull it out, push it back in when you're done, and no one knows. It's just covered up. I don't normally show this kind of stuff. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, I can't build my own bed frame. That is all right, because you can go online and you can purchase bed risers. They sell them in 4-packs and 6-packs, and they're 12 inches, and you use them to lift up your existing bed frame. Raises your bed up a little bit higher, of course, but most people actually like a higher bed. And you can slide stuff in, and you can keep 25 or 30 5-gallon buckets, depending on your bed, of course, and whether they're round or square. But you can really store a lot in plain sight, as well as that hope chest, things like that. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back, and I hope this helps and gives you some ideas. You can use a closet, and you can stack up your sugar, your flour, your cornmeals, you know, bulk spices. You can do them in square buckets, or you can do them in round buckets. It's a really good way to store it. You can also get the water cubes and store them in there. Don't use like regular, you can buy the water in the gallon, almost like the milk jugs. They degrade really, really fast, and you'll end up with a big mess on your floor. So water cubes, those are available in your camping section. $10, $12. You can buy honest to goodness stuff online, and it works really well for that purpose. If you have any questions, though, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Take care of you people. Oh, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe.